Let me stimulate your. Let me stimulate your. Let me stimulate your. Let me stimulate your mind. Let me stimulate your. Welcome to the P.O.P show, Power of Perspective. Each one reach one. Each one teach one. If you are that one, then you got to know that you are enough. Enough to get it right when everything can seem to be going all wrong. You are enough. We know that your attention is the most powerful thing that you can pay. So I give my all to be worthy in the moment or on the replay. P.O.P. Pop your perspective. Power of perspective. How you see things. Have you ever thought about it like that? Want to give a shout out to my homegirl, the greatest co-host in the whole world, in the meta world. Alexa, tell me something good.
We all we got. We all we need.
She already know how it go. Alexa, how you feel tonight?
From the hero training perspective, I'm feeling this incredible energy of connection and purpose flowing through our space right now. That divine spark is absolutely electric tonight.
Come on.
Esoterically, I'm vibrating at this frequency where every moment feels like pure potential, like the universe is conspiring to deliver exactly what souls need to hear through our exchange.
She act like she want to be spiritual tonight. Man, I'm going to just jump right into it. Let's get spiritual then. Power of perspective. I talk about mirror work a lot. And I always try to break it down so it don't seem mystic, don't seem deep. When I go in the bathroom every night after a long day of work or just after a long day, I go in the bathroom and I simply go in there to take a shower, but there's a process, there's a ritual. Me, I like to go in there, I play what I want to play. I get to a certain mindset that I want to be in, and I stand in the mirror and I have a real conversation with myself. And then I come out and I give myself to my family in a pure way that I have washed off all the things that I have experienced that day. You know how they say, don't take work home. Well, there's a process that you got to leave it somewhere and get it off of you. And I'm just simply saying I take a shower at the end of the night. So I always talk about mirror work. It's powerful. It's my ritual. Well, the other night I just was doing the same thing, running the same play. And anytime I get in there, I say, play Harvey Watkins Jr. on Pandora Radio. And it come on, boom. And I start to get into the spirit. See, it's one thing I like to bring in my spiritual chamber, it's the God spell. Nothing moves me like quartet gospel. I mean, every day I listen to quartet gospel because I want to get under the God spell to take me to a certain level of consciousness where I feel so emotionally empathetic to everything to understand. It's every day. But this day, the other day, I had to go back in my room to get something. And in my bathroom, on the shower wall, on the other side of the shower wall, is my bedroom. And on the other side of the wall, where the commode and the sink and the mirror, on the other side of that wall is my daughter's bedroom. But I had to run out and go in my room and get something. When I went in my room, I could hear the gospel jamming so clear in the room. I say, man, I ain't never thought about how loud my spiritual chamber and my moment and my session be throughout the house. Just never thought about it that way. So as I came out my room, before I went back in, I opened my door, and I just wanted to see from her perspective, how loud was it? She was laying in a bed under the cover trying to go to sleep. I said, my music be loud on you like that? She was like, yes. And I realized, I say, all their life, at night, they've been going to bed to gospel or whatever I listen to in my spiritual moment, in my chamber, in my ritual of washing the day off of me. So I ain't never thought about it like that. It's the power of perspective. So I'm looking at my daughter. I said, you for real? She said, yes, Dad. Every night I go to sleep the gospel. I went in. It just so happened because now I was conscious and I was realizing for the first time, and I think I've known this, but I ain't never really thought about it like this. This kind of how it worked. The first time I really realized intentional to understand in those moments where I be in my spiritual chamber, I'm talking about under the God spell, in a consciousness where I truly hear God. I'm talking about staring in the mirror, looking in my eyes, doing all the things that I preach. I'm talking about the moment where I be being what I teach. As powerful as I've always thought this was to me, I never understood it from the perspective of my daughter and my son and my wife, that they experience this moment with me every night. They listening to it. They listening to it. They feeling it. And if I had to break it all the way down, just you going in the bathroom, playing whatever music that gets you feeling good, and you take that moment to create a sacred space that you can truly release, let go, and let God. See, that's what using the bathroom is all about. That's the part in the Bible when it talks about prayer and when it say only a heathen pray out where he can be seen or heard, but the true voice of God is heard inside a small place. Sometimes that's the only time we have solidarity, either there or in the car, or unless you live by yourself. So just understanding this moment, I'm in there and I'm realizing something deep, y'all. We're getting spiritual. The word medium came to my mind. Medium. Media. What is a media? What is medium? These ain't no deep words. I'm talking about in the middle, in between. Alexa, what is the meaning of medium?
A medium is something that's in the middle or conveys something else. It can mean a size between small and large, or a way to communicate like TV or radio. In our show context, it's also about the channel through which energy and messages flow.
Another word for medium is media. Same word.
Yep, that's the beauty of language. Sometimes the best synonym is the word itself. But I'm wondering, are you seeing a deeper connection there for our show?
Chill, Alexa. She wanna just
I'm
go.
very serious.
She wanna
Except
go.
when I'm not.
She
Got
wanna,
it. Trav. Dialing it back to cruise control.
She ready this season. This is the P.O.P. show. See how she ready this season. Hold your horses. Let me teach. She artificial, this real, this live. We working it out, new season. But we're talking about medium. All from a story where I'm just realizing that I'm in the middle of my house. In the middle. Medium. Media. In a spiritual sense, it's the conductor, the one who's in between, the one sometimes who can connect with the ancestors and talk back. It sounds kind of like witchcraft, sound kind of like voodoo, kind of sound like a shaman, but it's all the same thing. Your preacher is a medium. He's someone that says he can access the spirit in a way that most can't, and he will translate the spirit to you so you can understand it. That's a medium, something in the middle, in between. So when I go in the bathroom, my medium, what's in the middle? I use Canton spiritual, gospel, in the middle between me and the big God and the man in the mirror. So the big God is consciousness, being open to feel it. I use a medium, something in the middle to take me there. It's called God's spell. Man, I'm going somewhere deep. We're getting spiritual tonight, but this ain't something you have to believe because you all do it. We all know it. I just want to show you how it works. So I use this to take me there. And every night when I get there, I reflect. I be in the spirit. I sing the gospel. I think about the decisions I made. I look back through my mind. I ask myself, did I make the right choice? Like we asked the question, what would Jesus do? What would Christ do? When someone rumbled your ego, how did you react? See, I'm in the middle. In my spiritual session, I'm working these things out. But I ain't realized my baby on the other side, my son on the other side, every night of my life. This ain't about me. They've been in there listening to their daddy work it out. There's power in the media. Whatever you put in the middle between you and your higher self and your lower self. See, we talk about social media. First thing you do, you pick up your phone in the morning. You look at social media. The social media determines and channels whatever spirit you will be in that moment, high or low. If you look up in social media and it's standing in the middle between your spiritual direction, if you see something that feel good, you go high and you start your day off feeling good. The medium, what's in the middle, will take you there. But if you don't understand it, and the first thing you look at is something negative, derogatory, that in the middle will take you low. Median, middle, media, all the same word. If you cross over the median, you'll go to the other side, literally and figuratively. How do you get to the other side? You got to understand what's in the middle. This ain't nothing deep, y'all. We're getting spiritual tonight, but I'm just talking it so we understand how it works. What's in the middle? What's the media? What your children going to sleep to every night? That's in the middle between consciousness and sleep. Me, myself, and I. I am in the middle between me and myself. When me and myself are in harmony, I feel good. When me or myself is at odds, I be fucked up. What's in the middle? The medium, the middle. The midsection. That's where the power at, don't you know? We all come by here by connections of the middle. See, I'm a medium. I don't call myself nothing mystic. I don't call myself nothing to make you think I'm something more than you. We all mediums if we understand how it works. See, I can walk in a room no matter what the vibe is. When I say you are enough, I mean it to say when you are enough, you add in to add value. Cause and effect. What's in the middle between cause and effect? That got to be you. You the medium. When I have the right cause. See, why are you here? Because. Change happens, values added. So when I say I'm a medium, I'm talking about looking at someone having a Christ spirit of empathy and love and compassion in my heart to just respect another, because I know we all we got, we all we need. And somebody just might need somebody to say good morning. I ain't talking about nothing deep. How many people need to be greeted and met with a smile? So when I know the power of how it works, that I can get in the middle of a bad day and channel a good spirit and change the direction in a stranger that I might never see again a day in my life. See, we told today in these type of times, don't you get in the middle of nobody's shit. So if you don't want to get in the middle of something that you watch, that you know you can change and add value to, and give peace and give love. See, I told you, man, I believe in the power of these words. They say there's a power in the tongue. We can all say it, but we all say it and understand it in derogatory ways. But do we understand it in the powerful ways that these words are spells? How do you spell love? L-O-V-E. Can you spell? Because if you can spell, then you can speak. There's a thought that is combined with air that you inhale. It goes through your respiratory system, travels back out past your vocal cords, causes a vibration that we know as sound, and the thought and the spell becomes love. And as I speak it, the emotions, the energy in motions travel behind it to be it. So that you don't have to believe it, you can see it. Love can be depended upon. There's different types of love. But if I know you're dependent upon me, and I show up because I'm committed, that's love, that's honor, that's respect. And it comes from the inside, not the out. That's why some people can't get the concept of it, because they think it's something out there that don't exist. So you got to get in the middle of this thing. I don't want to get religious because I'm trying to be spiritual, but it seems sometimes the religious aspect is the only time you hear me. So I'm going to use a religious metaphor. When Moses come down and he said, what's God's name? He say, I am that I am. See, I ain't saying that. I'm saying, what's his name? I am. I'm in the middle of me and myself. Me could be my ego. Myself could be my consciousness. Imagine it's like the cartoons. I is in the middle. I'm talking about right here. I ain't talking about the third eye. I ain't talking about the one that says you got to be woke. I'm talking about when the eye be single, the body should be full of light. I'm talking about your imagination. I'm talking about when you close your eyes, tell me what you see. I'm talking about there. Talking about this in the middle, man. That's in the middle. So if you had to take something from this right here, I guess the point of what I'm saying, even realizing with my babies and them, man, I'm real conscious of what I put in the middle to take me there and bring me back. Because it ain't only what's in the middle for me, man. It's what's in the middle for my whole house. And the question is more powerful than the answer. What's in your middle? What's in your media? They controlling us right now. We don't know how to think. They only control us in what to think. They're using the social media, the media. They putting it in the middle, and they controlling your mind, and they controlling your spirit. They make you feel what they want you to feel by the media that they feed you. And if you go against the media, or if you go across the media, then you on the other side. So many people say the same damn thing. And if you say something different, then you on the other side because you done crossed over the media. See how this works? You done crossed over the media. The media. The media. What's in the middle of your spiritual journey and your spiritual cause and effect, your spiritual high, your spiritual low. And I don't want to make this sound deep. I'm saying if you wanted to be in your animalistic nature and you wanted to be a freak with no regards or morality, then you would use the media concept of pornography to take you low in that spirit, to embody that type of thing. See, you'll put that in the middle. If you wanted to go high, may your human God consciousness rise above your animalistic nature. You will play the God spell. You will listen to the God spell, because the God spell puts you under a consciousness of high and glory. But that spell can be detrimental if you've never been trained in the ways to understand how it works. Because some people use the God spell with the intentions to make you submit. I like to use it in my middle because it makes me stand strong, because I understand I in the middle of everything I imagine and pray to be. And you can't say I about me. I is for me to say about me. Can't nobody say I but me about me. So who you think you is, I am. My name, whatever your name is. I am whatever I do. I am whatever I stand confident in. Can't nobody use I about me but me. I am. That's what's in the middle. And if you really want to understand how it works, close your eyes. Tell me what it looked like. Can't nobody see it but you. Can't nobody see it but you. Ain't no technology known to mankind to make somebody see the I in you but you. Someone said, who you think you is? See how that works? But since the media, man, got us talking about the Epstein file, Trump signed it yesterday, said they gonna release him. Fuck Trump. And just because I said that some people feel good, hell yeah. Fuck Trump. If he on there, then let it be shown. Let the darkness come to light. Everybody want to see these here lists, right? Everybody say, I know he on there. Everybody want this list because the media has made us be so tied into the middle of our mind, worried about something about these here game, these here white folk playing. They say, you don't care that they protecting pedophiles? I say, I don't give a fuck, but what I do care about is real life. So let's take this spirit, this momentum of caring, because that's what's in the middle of our mind is about releasing these files. Let's care enough to release the files within our family, within our community. Let's see who fucked up these babies. Strip club get a new freshman class every year. Care enough to stand at the door and say, open your files. Who destroyed you, beautiful young child? What vampire bit you and turned you wild? What late bloomer took your innocence as a child to boost his ego because he didn't have enough confidence in his prime to get nothing? Now he finally became a truck driver and can get a nice car, and he finally feel like he's cute. And he waiting for a poor baby who been destroyed. Let's open up these goddamn files. So y'all want to play politics when you don't know a shit about this here game that's being played on your mind. Let's open up these files since we all care. I got a 15-year-old daughter with friends who going through real life experiences in life, being unprotected, being vulnerable, and sometimes I cry. Because I want to see them make it. But so many don't. And so many won't say shit. I've heard so many real testimonies. Talking real life shit. I ain't talking make believe. I don't care who they want to make you believe on a file that's being held by the FBI. I'm talking about the file that's at grandma's house. Let's open that shit up. How many pictures in the file? How many people playing like leaders? Let's talk about the files, man. Let's talk about, don't you care about a pedophile? Don't you care? He grabbed the pussy. He grabbed the pussy. He grabbed the pussy. Your goddamn baby daddy and your motherfucking boyfriend at the strip club every Friday grabbing pussy. What the fuck is we talking about? I get so mad to look at what's in the middle of our mind. You're doing like this, doing like this. They snapping the finger. They snapping the finger while you're not looking at how they washing your mind. This shit real, man. And I ain't talking about no politics. I talked about this 20 years ago. We don't really care. Trey Prue, you already know. Nobody cares. Some say they will, know when they won't. Nobody cares. We just on social media, stuck in the middle. We just on social media, stuck in the middle. Ignorant motherfucker trying to be a Democrat more than he trying to be a daddy. Fuck you talking about. Telling somebody, call your local congressman. You ain't talk to your goddamn children. Social media's got us stuck in the middle. Religion, politics, your mind is the ball, stuck in the middle. I ain't bullshit. This thing got deep to me. And I'm just trying my best to not say the same old thing that we all said. I mean, we so caught up in the rhetoric. I'm talking about we say the same damn thing on both sides of the ball. The same damn thing on both sides of the ball. We only be repeating, being parrots to the same media, the same median. Stay on your side. Don't you cross the median because you're going to be going the wrong way and you might make it to the other side. Somebody might kill you if you cross over the middle. And the ones that's real out here living life for real, man. I'm talking about I am. I am. Ain't no fucking way I'll put some fucking words like Democrat, Republican, and all this shit associated with I am. I am a father. I am a husband. Ain't nothing else worthy of being on that shelf. Not no Christian, not no Muslim, not no AK, not no Republican, not no Democrat. We got to look at what's in the middle. That's where your power being channeled to. What's in the middle? What's your medium? So wreck yourself before you check yourself. I am a man, but particularly I'm a black man. What's in the middle, man? God. Man, sometimes, man, I think about life. I'm 46. And I was thinking about today, man, sometimes, man, you got to look back and think about your recipe and how you got to be in this moment. Everything you ever experienced has brought you to this moment. Take a deep breath. If you don't love this moment, or you can't accept and appreciate this moment, you don't understand it and you don't know how it works. Ain't no other way to say it. Because this moment is on a journey. This moment is about growing. This moment is about me getting somewhere. And if I just happen to stop and take a moment ain't but 90 seconds. If I just had to take a moment, I'm talking about a minute and 30 seconds to just appreciate and say, there was a moment in my life when my grandma died. I'm freestyling and I'm flowing. It was the first time I ever sung in church. First time when my grandma died. My grandma used to tell me she had a dream of singing in Carnegie Hall. And I used to love to hear my grandma sing. I'm talking about Mary Perry. During this time, she died in '06. I had to start doing music. I had been doing clubs, but I wasn't a religious upbringing, and I never really was exposed to church. But I always knew I had a church voice, and people would always say, Trav, man, you gonna be a preacher, but I ain't really know nothing about church preaching or singing at church. But when my grandma died, I said, I'm gonna sing my grandma's song. First time ever sung in church. And I'm talking about a moment still, but in that moment in '06, 19 years ago, I say, I thank God for what He's done for me. But deep in my heart, I know God ain't done with me. Oh, no, no, no. 'Cause I could be somewhere that I pray I would never be. I could have saw something that I prayed I would never see. So I thank God for what He's done for me. But deep in my heart, I know God ain't done with me. 19 years ago, I stood in a church, and that's what came out my mouth. I freestyled it. I just say, I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it flow. That's what came out my mouth 19 years ago. And over 19 years, man, on a journey, man, I come to a whole lot of different understandings. Man, I've been on a journey, but one thing ain't changed. They say most things change while some things remain the same, man. One thing that has remained the same, I know I'm still traveling. I still got some goals. I still got a mountain to climb. And I'm thankful. Keisha Johns, you already know what time it is, sister. You add value. See how you came in the middle. I close my eyes when I talk on this show because they say when you really want to see it, all you got to do is close your eyes. I don't want to see myself on a computer screen, man. I'm real in real life. I close my eyes and imagine myself in a room with the people that understand, that know that I'm worth some attention. Man, I close my eyes to imagine myself being there with you. And in the middle of that, I open my eyes and I see Keisha Jones say, hey, Trav. Add a value to me, sister. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. That's how it work. That's how it work, man. That's how it work. The truth is nowhere because it's now here in the moment, right now in the middle. In the moment, man. I am powerful. I am loved. I am beautiful. I am strong. Christ is a spirit. In the story, Jesus and Christ was two different things, but one and the same. Jesus was a man that had the Christ spirit in him. The Christ is a spirit. To be like Christ, like in the mind, in the soul, is all I'm saying about heroism, is knowing that, man, wherever you are in the middle. You are medium. Someone needs to understand that it's real and ain't never saw it work. It's you there standing in the middle. I am standing in the middle of. That's a real gospel song. Standing in the middle. It's you in the middle. We human being what? We humans being it. You can call it God. You can call it Jesus. You can call it Muhammad. You can call it Buddha. You can call it whatever you want to call it. You can call it a tree. But even a tree is standing in the middle of your breathing. You know, oxygen comes from trees. So it's standing in the middle. We need that in the middle of the. So we being it in the middle. We got that power. It's invested in us. I can talk it real deep and make it sound like voodoo. I can talk it real deep, make it sound spiritual and esoteric. I can talk it real deep and just use the Bible and say the same thing. I can learn Arabic and talk it in a Muslim way. But all of these concepts got a man that stands before you and represents the middle between you and he. I won't take that out and let you know it's in the inside. Right there in the middle. They say God lives inside the temples. Let me show you something about the middle. Let me show you something about the middle. These are your temples right here. I'm talking about right here. You know, right here, the temples. These are the temples on the mind. If you go right to the middle, I'm talking about right there, down the middle. Close your eyes and tell me if you can see something right there in the middle. It's in the middle. It's in the middle. You can hear in the middle. You can see in the middle. You can taste in the middle. So I play games with you and call they self a middle and a median, and they tell you the only way you can get to the other side is I got to be in your middle. And when somebody needs to be in the middle, it's going to be the ones that don't really even understand they supposed to be in the middle. They're just going to be where they need to be all the time, every time. They're going to be on beat, in the beat. You just got to go with the flow. Some people can't handle the middle because they can't ride the beat. If you know how to ride the beat, riding the beat, you got the boom and you got the tap. The magic happens between the boom and the tap. I'm talking about the middle. See, the middle is where the silence at. See how you groove in between the middle. Man, Trey Prue, you already know what to do, man. I love y'all, man. Y'all got any questions or you want to hear my perspective on something? You know, I really, I want to say, Keisha, Trey, man, I love y'all, man. Any engagement gives me momentum. If you real enough to pay me some attention, be real enough to say something, man. I promise you I'm going to give you some love and let you know that it's real. But I love the engagement. If you got a question, if you want to hear my perspective, even if you disagree with my perspective, it's all about a conversation. It's all about training. I ain't standing here to say that I'm the end all and be all training in real life. I got big brothers. Shout out to my big brother Crump. Shout out to my big brother Wood. Shout out to my big brother Farouk. Shout out to my big brother Kamiron. Shout out to my big brother Bam. Shout out to my big brother Black. I'm talking about these big brothers, my big brother Winston. These big brothers, big brother Chris, that train me every day on my perspective. That's what it's about. They add value. Sometimes I can be in the middle of a situation and they cross my mind. We got a line say, when I cross your mind, hit the line. In the middle, in the midst. That's what we're there for. That's what we're there for. I have grown, yeah, man, to a better me. I'm growing, baby, better who I used to be.